everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to read some 5-minute stories from Richard Scarry's. This was a classic growing up and there are a bunch of fun stories in here, so let's dig in. The busy day. Huckle and Lowly got out of bed. They washed their faces and brushed their teeth. Lowly didn't have any hair to comb. After dressing, they put away their pajamas very neatly. At breakfast, they chewed their food slowly and quietly. When they had finished, they asked to be excused from the table. Everyone helped Mummy to clear the table. Then all the children went off to school. Little sister's shoelace came untied. Everybody waited while Lowly tied it for her.
Thank you, Lowly.
At school, their teacher was waiting to greet them. "Good morning, Miss Honey," they all said cheerfully. Miss Honey asked them to copy some words from the blackboard. When they were done, Lowly helped Miss Honey by cleaning off the blackboard. During recess, they all went out into the schoolyard to play. They took turns going down the slide. That Lowly is certainly a fun slider, isn't he? In the afternoon, everyone cut up pieces of colored paper and pasted them together to make pictures. The school bell rang. Time to go home. Lowly helped a little sister clean up her desk. He takes good care of her because she is younger than the others. Don't spill the paste, Lowly. On the way home, Lowly fell into a mud puddle. Poor Lowly. He left muddy footprints all over Mother Cat's clean floor. "Lowly," said Mother Cat, "you know you should never come into the house with a muddy foot." She had to give Lowly a bath. My, he's a slippery little fellow. Then she dried him off, and he got dressed for supper. At the supper table, everyone ate with his fork. Nobody ever eats with his fingers or his foot. After supper, Daddy gave everyone a piggyback ride to bed. Good night, all. Pig will and Pig won't. Mother Pig had 2 little pigs, Pig will and Pig won't. Whenever she asked them to do something, Pig will said, "I will," but Pig won't always said, "I won't." If Daddy asked them to play more quietly, Pig will said, "I will," but Pig won't said, "I won't." When Mother asked, "Will someone please empty the wastebasket?" who do you suppose said, "I will"? One day, Daddy said, "Who will come to the boatyard and help me work on my boat?" Pig will said, "I will." Guess who said, "I won't"? So Daddy and Pig will drove to the boatyard to work, and Pig won't stayed home. Mother Pig stayed in her room all afternoon writing a children's book. She paid no attention to Pig won't. He had no one to play with. He had no one to talk to. Pig won't spent a very boring afternoon. But everyone at the boatyard was working together busily and having a good time. Pig will helped Daddy paint his boat. He helped Bananas Gorilla build a banana boat. He helped Sally Bunny varnish her water skis. Willie Bear hoisted him to the top of the mast on his sailboat. There, Pig will fixed the wind vane. Hard workers get very hungry, so everyone stopped to have ice cream. Oh dear, somebody forgot to bring the napkins. When Pig Will got back home, he told Pig Won't about the good time he had had. Suddenly, Pig Won't began to understand that work, especially if you are helping others, can be lots more fun than doing nothing. I must stop saying "I won't" all the time, he told himself. Well, the very next day, his mother asked if someone would help her sweep. Right away, Pig Will said, "I will." And right away, Pig Won't said, "Me too." So from that day on, Pig Won't has always been called Pig Me Too. A visit with Tilly. Tilly called some friends and invited them to her house for a little tea party. Bugdozer was already there. When they arrived at Tilly's house, Huckle shook hands with her and said politely, "How do you do?" The other guests all did the same. All, that is, except Lowly. He had to shake his foot with Tilly. Harry Hyena picked up Tilly's big, beautiful vase and waved it around. Tilly had to ask him to put it down. It isn't a good idea to pick up other people's valuable things without asking permission. Then Tilly asked them all to sit down while she went to get some cake and ice cream. "Lowly, stop rocking back and forth in that chair," said little sister. "You are supposed to sit up straight when you are eating at the table." When Tilly brought in the cake, she asked Lowly to get her a chair. Lowly brought her a chair, but it was his own tiny chair instead of Tilly's big chair. Crash! Just look what happened. "Oh my," said Lowly. "That's one chair I'll never rock on again." Tilly laughed. "You won't be able to sit on it again either," she said. Then they all laughed. They were glad Tilly wasn't angry. When the party was over, they all said, "Thank you for the nice time, Tilly." And Lowly even blew her a kiss. Sergeant Murphy's Safety Rules. Here is an old friend, Sergeant Murphy. He has a few good rules everybody should learn and obey. Always fasten your seatbelt in case the car stops suddenly. Little sister's doll wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Poor Dolly. Cross the street at the crosswalk when the light tells you that you should. Never chase a ball into the road. You might be hit by a car. Ask an older person to get the ball for you. Don't lean out of the window when you are riding in a car. Don't run on crowded sidewalks. Don't push people either, even for fun. Someone may get hurt. Don't play near the water. Sergeant Murphy had to jump into the water to save Ralphie Raccoon. Very good, Murphy. Don't throw sticks or stones at people. You can hurt somebody that way. Sergeant Murphy had to put a bandage on Walter's head. He bought him an ice cream cone too. Wasn't that nice? Never, never play with matches. Sergeant Murphy arrived just in time with that hose. Sergeant Murphy tells his family to be careful at home. His little girl, Bridget, knows she should stay away from the hot stove when Mrs. Murphy is cooking. But Bridget doesn't know she should not leave toys lying on the stairs. Poor Sergeant Murphy. "I'm sorry, Daddy. I won't do it again." Dolly's birthday party. Lowly, Huckle, and little sister were all invited to Dolly Pig's birthday party. They brought birthday presents to give to Dolly, and they put on their very best clothes. When they arrived at Dolly's house, they all said, "Happy birthday, Dolly!" And Lowly said, "This is a very pretty dress, Dolly." When Dolly began to open her gifts, her brother cried because he didn't have any presents. He should be patient. When his birthday comes, he will have lots of presents to open too. Dolly thanked everyone for the gifts. Then came the birthday cake. First, Dolly made a wish. After that, she blew out the candles. She almost blew away the cake. They could hardly wait to eat that beautiful birthday cake, and the ice cream too. Lowly loves ice cream. Do you? Later, they played pin the tail on the donkey. Each child took a turn, and the youngest went first. That is the polite way to do things. Who do you suppose won? Lowly! He pinned the tail closest to where it was supposed to go. He won a very nice prize, too. But somebody must have thought Lowly was the donkey. Look at his tail. "Ha ha ha ha," laughed Lowly. "What a crazy donkey I am." At last it was time for the party to end. Lowly remembered to say to Dolly and her mother, "Thank you for a nice time." He is a very polite little donkey, isn't he? LLY Worm's Horrid Pests. LLY Worm knows some really horrid pests. He hopes you aren't one of them. Here is a selfish pest. He won't share his tricycle with his friend. This is a litterbug pest. He throws his rubbish everywhere. And here is a gobbling pest. Don't be like that rude fellow. Take small bites and chew slowly. Keep your mouth closed while eating. Look at that grabby pest. He took little sister's ice cream, but Grandma is going to catch him with her umbrella. Don't take things that don't belong to you. Never pick on children smaller than you are. That is being a mean bully pest. Don't start to talk when others are already talking. You will be an interrupting pest. Just say politely, "May I ask you something?" Or, "May I tell you something about that?" A teasing pest is just awful. Nobody likes to be called names, and sticking out your tongue isn't very pretty either. A noisy pest is always shouting and giving people headaches. No one likes to have a headache. Lowly also hates quarreling pests, and fighting pests, and smashing pests. They spoil all the fun. And don't be a crybaby pest when you lose at games or don't get what you want. LLY Worm never cries. There are also driving people crazy pests. When their parents tell them they can't do something, these pests just keep pestering and saying, "Why? Why can't I?" over and over again. Whining pests are very annoying too. Don't whine and carry on if something doesn't work the first time you try it. Well, that's enough pests. Let's look at some good friends and neighbors for a change. Good friends and neighbors. Good friends and neighbors always help each other. Right now, all the bunny family are trying to help Grandma find her glasses. Where in the world could she have put them? Pig Will and Pig Me Too are also good neighbors. When someone asks them to do something, they do it right away with a big smile. Good friends always cover their noses when sneezing or coughing, but it's hard for Eddie Elephant to cover his nose when he sneezes. Look out for germs, everyone. What does Lowly always say when he asks for something?
Please, may I?
And what does Lowly say when someone gives him something?
Thank you.
Did you say that too? Good for you. If you have a friend who is sick, visit him or send him a card. Tell him you hope he gets well soon. Share with others if you would like others to share with you. Everyone likes to receive presents. Give a present to someone once in a while. Kisses make very nice presents. But don't be stingy. Give a big kiss. When you are leaving somebody's house after a visit, always remember to say, "Thank you for the very nice time." Lowly even blows a kiss when he leaves. Go to bed as soon as your parents tell you it is time. No one should have to be told a dozen times. All right, Lowly, please take off your hat and shoe when you go to bed. Good night, everyone. Sleep tight. Just a minute, I have to get a glass of water. Thanks for joining us for part 1 of Richard Scarry's short stories. Join us again next time when we start with A Day at the Fire Station. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.